Welcome to Something to Talk About. Here we are in the corner. This is our table at King's Restaurant in Tamuning. And of course, we've got the chaser platter and some fruit. And I've got some great guests. This time of year for the Guam Memorial Hospital Volunteers Association is a big deal. One of their great revenue producers, Joyce Crisostomo, the president of the Volunteer Association, Annabelle Dancel, who is the co-chair for the annual Thanksgiving raffle. This is a big deal. Ladies, hello.
How's the day?
Thank you for coming.
Oh, we're happy to be here.
I know. It takes away the time, though, that you are at the hospital. I'm glad you guys came with your very famous pink vests. Pink ladies is what you guys are known to be. And it's nice, Joyce, that you've had like 2 terms as president now.
Yes, this would be my second term. And,
They won't let you go, huh?
Well, you know, it has to end somewhere.
Yeah.
And so it will end this year.
Okay.
So we're having our election in November.
Okay.
We should have a new president.
All right. Well, it's Thanksgiving time, and this is like one of the bigger fundraisers that you guys have.
Our second signature.
Yeah.
You know, the first is the charity ball in April, but yeah, we're real happy to do this. As you know, everything we do is for our only public hospital, which is the GMH. And we are actually independent. We're association, but our mission as our founding president, you know, did it right with Cecilia Bamba as our founder. And she, you know, had a vision. And so the mission really is to collaborate and partner with GMH in whatever endeavors we do. They need, you know, they provide us a wish list, and all of that come together, and it's a great partnership.
The thing about it is that the hospital does need an organization that raises money to support what they can't do. And
yes, that's why, you know, we're here, you know, to promote our Thanksgiving raffle. It's gonna be drawing on November 15 in the front lobby in the Guam Memorial Hospital at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and no need to present to win. And then we do have a goal for this one because we're purchasing a machine, and this kind of machine, we call this electrical surgical, you know, it's like the one you inserted to see the organ of our abdomen and inside. So we have, we do have...
It's called a Bovie? Is that
it's
what it is?
actually nicknamed Bovie.
Right.
The electrical surgical machine, medical equipment, is very important in the operating room. And basically what that is, it helps so that there's no clogging happening as the patient is getting the surgery. So very important. So
it's basically a camera, isn't it? Kind of a
Yeah,
camera.
you have to insert it.
avoids,
Yeah, sure. Okay.
So
it's
we do have
inserted through the abdominal wall to
Yes.
view the organ in the abdomen. Oh, very
yes,
cool.
yes.
All right. And this is something that they don't have currently.
Yes.
Yeah.
So of course we do have a goal for this one to buy the machine.
Yes.
So can I say the goal?
absolutely.
Yeah, go.
and, our goal is 75,000.
Okay.
Just to buy this machine.
right.
So please, we're asking the community, please support us. To buy the tickets, it costs $10 only. We're selling it at GPO and weekend from 12 to 8 o'clock in the evening. And then I'm inviting you, to, all the community, to visit us at Aganya Shopping Mall this Saturday. We're selling their tickets to this Saturday from between 10 to 4.
So this Thanksgiving raffle has a couple of really big grand prizes. I wonder where they got it from.
Yeah. Well, actually, just to clarify that, only because it's important that our community and our volunteers know that the process that the committee does is that I technically, because, you know, Cars Plus, our grand prize is the Hyundai Elantra. And so I've technically recused myself from making any decision whatsoever. And so, you know.
Well, it's not a bad gift, and it just shows the generosity of your family anyway, so that's okay. Cars Plus, of course. Hi, Joey Crisostomo. So the Thanksgiving raffle is something that's done every year, and you say that this is the second biggest fundraiser. And so
Yes.
the idea is you buy the raffle tickets and the
Yes.
prizes, I have seen this over the years, get larger and larger
Yes,
and larger.
yeah.
So you have far more donors than you've had in the past.
Yeah. So the second prize is 5,000, cash.
Well, that's
yeah,
not bad.
That's
yeah.
not bad. And then we have around 100 raffles.
Raffles,
The raffle,
prizes.
including Thanksgiving basket.
Oh wow. Okay. Now, is the all of the prizes are? How are they going to be awarded? I mean, you have to be present to win, for example.
No
Okay.
need to
don't,
present
yeah.
to win. Yes.
Okay, so I mean, you can go ahead and talk about it's the Papa Grand Prize is the Hyundai Elantra sedan, 5,000 cash for the mama, and the baby Grand Prize is a 75-inch Samsung television. That's a big
can you go
television. How do you go
The whole
wrong?
house.
And then a number of bundles that are available, air conditioning, one round trip airline ticket to Japan, Manila, Saipan, or Micronesia. That's the 7th prize from United Airlines.
Yeah.
That's
United
pretty
Airlines.
good.
It's all
So you
based
can
on that.
only imagine the scope of prizes. How many are there altogether? Up to 75?
Yes,
Yeah.
okay. 75
And then you
prizes.
said, what is the last one? Plus 50 Thanksgiving dinner
That's
baskets.
correct. That's the
Yeah.
traditional.
Wow, yeah.
Traditional.
So we've always really been happy when I first started. It was really interesting. Our members. What they do in the beginning, the whole idea was to come together, have a good time together, putting basket together.
I remember these days.
Remember those days?
Yeah.
And so, the volunteers, they brought their own donations and whatnot. But when I came in, I looked at it and go, oh, okay. So there's not uniformity and
Yeah.
whatnot. And so
Was it
we
turkey in any
changed
of this?
it.
Was there
Yes,
turkey?
the turkey
Yeah.
was always in
Yeah.
it. So the turkeys were always
A
Gift
part of the
certificate.
put
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
the GMH cafeteria. And if you win it, they
go
just
grab the
grab
turkey
it.
and take it.
Well, now we've transformed them to certificates,
Yeah.
gift certificates, and
Yeah.
and in that basket, we have great prizes. Well, what they are is really to prepare a Thanksgiving meal, and there's
nice.
wine in there.
Yeah.
There's red and white
Why do they always look
wine.
at me when they say there's wine in there? Good prize,
Yeah,
though.
and the basket is worth $100.
Yeah.
per
I
basket,
remember
yeah.
that. That was a while ago.
Yeah.
And you've kind of graduated the prizes into something
But now
bigger.
there's a gift certificate
Okay.
donated by graciously donated by Triple J Wholesale Company. So there is a gift certificate separately from another $25 gift certificate that's donated by Bank of Guam.
Okay.
So the value is just that's just the 50 baskets.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, people are so happy just to receive that basket.
Sure.
And
it's nice to win
Yes,
stuff. There's
yeah.
no
Yes,
matter
yes.
how
This
big
is
or
worth
small.
so there's a lot of extras in there. So we're really happy this year. Our committee has really gone beyond themselves to get prizes that
Yeah.
people will enjoy.
No,
to win.
there's no question about it. It's the Thanksgiving raffle. You don't have to be present to win, and
Yes.
the proceeds to this is going to go to this what we call it's the Bovie Surgery Center Pro Electrosurgical Generator, and this is one of the items on the wish list. How far down have you gone on this wish list for GMH? I mean, how long is the list? First of all.
Well, in the beginnings of the year, in the beginning of the year, we request the CEO and the administrator for a wish list. And basically, from there, we do have a steering committee. But in the GMH is diligence. Every manager for every department has an opportunity to
do a wish
actually
list.
put
in
in their
something.
wish list based on priority. And so so from there it goes to, the managers actually do their homework. They actually research it. Then they have the materials department, Ms. Lola down there, who checks the prices. And all of this has to be done before and then they decide at the administration office what is the priority for all of their wish lists. And so it's been it's a good working
Yeah.
partnership with them. So it now goes to our steering committee, and it is the GMH VA steering committee that will look at it, review it, look at the costs, and see how reasonable the prices are that we can actually raise.
Yeah.
And so we've been really aggressive last year and this year, and so we're happy. This generator is actually is the second one. because this was requested in the wish list for the charity ball, right? But we only were able and capable to grant all of it except that.
I see.
And so we've actually just extended it to include it in our efforts
So they'll have what they
for
need.
the Thanksgiving
They have
raffle.
what they need.
So because those were priority medical equipments.
Yeah.
And now it's nice because the operating rooms now will be complete
Yeah.
in having that.
Well, that's what everybody wants to know, that the operating rooms are going to be complete. And
Yes.
thank you to the Guam Memorial Hospital Volunteers Association for making that happen. We're going to end the interview of this portion of it, the Thanksgiving raffle part of it, and then have some other guests that are going to come and talk about the overall services that are provided by the GMH volunteers, the Pink Ladies. Thanks, ladies,
Thank
for
you.
joining
This
us.
is
Thank
Fonzie.
you.
Thank
Thank you.
Absolutely. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Something to Talk About. Of course, we've switched some players in the game. That is the Guam Memorial Hospital Volunteers Association and the Thanksgiving raffle. We talked about that and the great prizes and how it raises money for that electrosurgical machine that they're going to grace the surgical units with, that will complete what needs to be done there. We want to talk a little bit more about other things, other services. So we have to bring Dorothy Borlas, whose face you have seen and associated with the Hospital Volunteers Association for how many years now? How many years?
Going
have
on
been?
20 years.
20 years. And Lucy Evangelista, how many years are you?
3.
3. So we've got some folks that have been there for a long time, and then we've got some newcomers. And off to the side is Gina Rojas, who is also a volunteer and the chairperson for the Thanksgiving raffle, but she's shy. Who knew? So she's off on the side being the cheerleader.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming and joining us on this part of it. The gift shop.
Yes.
The gift shop is one of the most popular services that's offered by the volunteers.
Yes, and it's definitely the money maker also for
Yeah.
the association itself, which continues on a daily basis. And as you know, the gift shop opens every day, and a lot of it is basically service to our community. And of course, as Joyce had mentioned earlier, our mission is for the hospital, so that's where we do make our money as far as people coming in. And of course, some people when they come in, they kind of say, oh, they can't donate to our functions, which is our charity ball or Thanksgiving. But we mentioned to them, as they come into the gift shop, they do donate, because what they purchase, money goes into the association itself. Then, and then whatever extra money they put in, we have a donation box that's near our cash register that they can turn in extra money if they want to do that, which is their change. But we do have a lot of things in the gift shop, and we hope that people will come in as they go to the hospital and visit our gift shop, because a lot of it is basically catered to the service of the employees, the visitors, our caregivers that come in, family members.
Yeah.
We have to kind of take care of them, because when you're going into the hospital, it's an emergency process. So the gift shop is there to accommodate a lot of those necessities.
The things that you don't bring along with
That's
you.
right.
Do you work in the gift shop too?
No.
What did you do?
I do patient care.
Okay. What does that mean?
Patient care, which was started by Margaret Jones and Jenny Cruz 2 years ago. So what we do is we go on the floors every Fridays and Mondays, 10 to 11, and we give reading materials to the patients. The post that's donated, and United donated magazines. So whenever they have old magazines, they give it to us, and we just pass
that's
it out.
nice. So you just bring just
Reading materials.
Yeah.
We also have donated books for the children to
Okay.
kind of encourage them to read, or their parents to read to them. And also we give out donated baby wipes that we purchase, the volunteers or the patient care ladies. We purchase baby wipes and we give them, because everybody needs baby wipes.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
those are the things that we give out.
Little small
stuff.
amenities that will
Yes.
help to stay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The direct the relationship between the volunteer and the patient, on a daily basis is really part of the mission, to make sure that people who are, in the hospital are, at least that they have a bright
Yeah.
spot, right?
I mean, when we go in, we ask them, would you like us to pray? So they appreciate that. We pray with them, we get them prayer cards, and we just ask them, how are you? Is there anything you need? A couple of times the ladies would run down to the gift shop to purchase something for them and bring them back up.
That's the thing, though, Lucy. I remember during my time as a volunteer that we would go maybe once or twice a week, and we did the carts. That was our thing. We had this like 3 of us who did the cart, and it was so much
There's
fun.
an additional thing that you folks did way back when we had that
Yeah.
part was the baby photos.
The baby photo. We did the baby photo. So we were there like a couple times a week.
Yes.
But just in, bringing the cart, you go to each room, you find people who have been there for a long time,
Yes.
or you hear everybody's stories. It took us a long time to get through some of these wards, because these floors, because people want to talk.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's where the patient, part of the patient care that was extended to, where they brought out, and the gift card also, like I mentioned, well, gift card is like a gift shop on wheels. It goes up on each floor, and they bring the amenities and things that we have from the gift shop. What it is that basically they also have to bring some of those things up to the floors for the nurses or the caregivers that can't make it down to the gift shop. So that's where that extended part is for the gift card.
okay. So
And
sort of a
helps them.
takeout service too. Yeah.
I mean, we did the gift card. I did the gift card way back, and it was funny because it would always mention, how come it takes you so long to do the gift card? Well, I go from 4th floor all the way down, and I go into the intensive care. Intensive care, the nurses can't get out of there to go down to the gift shop. Caregivers are there. So, it's one of those. We also go to the emergency room. So
does the cart move through
the card moves all over. I mean, when I was doing
Yeah.
the gift card, we would move all over the place because that is the purpose of the gift card. It's on wheels, the gift shop.
Yeah.
So
That's the most important thing. It's on it's a revenue generator, like you said, and some of the money that is raised there, does it also go into the same pot as when you're trying to raise money to buy the machines and equipment that the hospital has on the wish list, or is that
Yes.
just really to support the association?
No, it basically goes into the operations of the gift shop, and then because we have to pay our bills, okay, bottom line, and then whatever's left goes into the operations of the administration for GMHBA, because it goes into a banking institution which would help pay for the equipment.
Right.
Yeah, and that's where the extra money goes.
That's where the extra
Yes.
money goes. So it supports
It supports the
supports
association.
itself. It
Yes.
supports itself, and it supports the association. The thing to remember is that when you are doing these services, you are not on the clock. This is completely and purely
Yes,
voluntary.
volunteer.
Oh yes, all the way up to the manager. Everybody's a volunteer there.
A couple of times it'll take us an hour to 15 minutes, depending how long we spend with the patient. And sometimes patients want us to, like the pediatrics, we sing, we read. So it just depends on the day to day.
I can only imagine that there's nothing greater than seeing one of the people come in a pink
ladies.
vest and try to cheer up somebody's day.
When we walk in, we always greet them, good morning, I'm so-and-so, I'm with the volunteers. How are you today? And some of them will just, smile. And just seeing that makes you feel better.
Yeah. There is that part of it, it's the reward of really visiting the most frail and the most vulnerable, being the children and the elderly and the most frail. Have you attached yourself? I remember having been attached to a few patients.
We've had our attachment to one pediatric, and we haven't seen her in a while,
Which is a good thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And then now we have an attachment to somebody on the 4th floor. I mean, I can't say, but
Sure.
we have an attachment to that one, so we already know. She's still here.
And then you know what it is that they need and what they want. Yeah.
Yes.
That's so important because it's fulfilling.
Yes.
And at the same time, like when like you say, you build these relationships with the patients, they can remember nothing else about this day. Of course, I think we all sort of black out when we have to talk about the negative things like the health part of it. But the nurses, they always talk about, the care, that bedside, and the volunteers visits to because isn't the idea to go to every single room in the hospital?
Well, there's some rooms we can't go in, so we just we bypass those rooms, or sometimes we just leave the newspaper with the room number with the nurse's station. So that's
there are certain areas, quarantined areas, you're not supposed to go to, and of course the ICU.
ICU, we just drop newspaper.
And
a lot of that is also extended to where the patients can't come down, like I said, to to the gift shop. So this is where they come in as far as trying to, assist, because a lot of them would ask, oh, they want to do this. So a lot of these patient care people come
Yeah.
down and kind of.
It's really a tough job.
It is.
It's a tough job, and especially since we're doing this in a public hospital that doesn't
Our
have the
only-
means.
Yeah.
Our only community hospital, civilian hospital, and we really need everyone's help.
Yeah.
I mean, not just basically the pink ladies. The pink ladies are always there, but we need everybody in the community to come in and help us. That includes our senators. I mean, we're always talking about fixing that hospital. We really need to help our hospital.
It must have been tough during those days when they were fighting for the hospital toward the end
yes.
of the last administration, and now that you see, that you guys have been relatively immune from it on it, in front of the public.
Yeah.
But you do, clearly, you have a role, because if the hospital had all the money that it
Right.
Oh yeah.
could, you wouldn't be raising money to help the hospital. One of the
Definitely.
most consistent donors.
Definitely, and that's where I would like to invite you to come in and continue to join us.
Well, sure.
Yeah.
I think that you guys have you have everything that you need, don't you? Have 100?
No, not necessarily,
What's
but
your rotation of active members that you get
Yes,
to
we have
see
the
on
active
weekend?
members. We have ladies that are actually working, but hey, they still put in their time to to help
Yeah.
us out. So
Is there a minimum amount of time that you're requiring?
well, there's a 52 hour per
hours,
year.
Okay.
To go ahead.
And what is the area most needed?
Gift shop.
The gift shop.
Oh, the gift shop.
That's
Yeah.
That's
yeah, because we're open from Sunday to Saturday,
Right.
and we're open from 9 o'clock in the morning to 5 o'clock. We have some ladies that come during the evening, which is from 5 to 8, because they can't do anything during the day. So they come in there. So we also have the ladies with the gift card, and I like to extend that to the gift card, because they still come in and still do part of the work in the gift shop itself.
yeah.
Plus, of course, we have all the other additional
Sure.
projects that we deal with, and they come
Well,
in.
I'm pretty sure that I could work
Yeah.
out an hour or
Oh,
two here
yes.
and there to do that. Well, I want to thank you, ladies,
Thank
not
you.
only for coming here and taking your time away, but for the continued dedication that you give from your heart
Okay.
to the hospital. I appreciate
We
it.
do that. We love it. It's our island. It's our community.
It's fulfilling. It's
And-
a fulfilling feeling for me.
There it is.
And I guess I need to add on that if you want the Thanksgiving raffle tickets, come to the gift shop. It's open every day.
Oh, that's where you
Yes.
can
Yeah.
get the tickets
Yes.
as well.
Yeah.
All right.
Or from
And
one of the
I
members.
wish I had an envelope here so I could hand one right to Patty so she can go ahead and help
I
us.
have
Sorry,
some.
we have.
That's okay.
But
Well, that
thank you
does
for
it
having
us.
us.
It's by the skin of my teeth. I'm getting away from this. No, I'm kidding. Support the Guam Memorial Hospital Volunteers Association. It's absolutely, I hardly ever say it's a worthy cause, because sometimes you just don't know
yeah.
what people think when you say worthy cause. But if you think about it, and everything that you've heard today, it is definitely worthy of the time. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time on Something to Talk About.